Hi guys,
Hello there.
welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I've not been around. It's been a little bit of a busy, hectic life at the moment.
I'm looking at pictures of baby goats.
But I thought just to get back into things, I would set off by thinking about what are the most important things that we should be focusing on when we're approaching a new track, whether it's mixing, composing. This is aimed straight at you. I've got 3 good things and 3 bad things. First thing, I'm going to just jump straight in now with number 1.
Hit me with it. Just give it to me straight.
Which is emotion. I've got them wrote down. Emotion is probably the most important thing I would probably say in your mix, in your track, because what you want is you want your emotion to match the music. Most of the time, there are thousands of exceptions to this, especially in film music, but in pop music generally, or if somebody's coming to listen specifically to your track, say on Spotify, on YouTube or whatever, as a listener, they are picking the song or the track depending on how they are feeling. So if you want your music to impact more, then stick to a similar emotion. Make sure you know the typical things, your majors, all right. It's a happy song, it's major. Sad song, it's minor.
Give me jealousy, love, anger, pity, fear.
Make it a little bit more ambiguous where the track kind of sits, a little bit like Bohemian Rhapsody. That's a really obvious one, but that jumps about a lot with all of these different modes that are being used, key changes and stuff. Those are all great, especially if you're targeting a specific audience. Those things can be really good. For mainstream pop, maybe not so much. What we want to do is we want to just grab the person's attention, and we want to convey what's in our hearts, don't we, in our souls.
I can feel it.
Number 2, having the tools to do it. But just make sure that you've got the essential things. It doesn't matter whether you've got the latest plugins, the latest VSTs, they all do the same thing. We're being shoved all of these new tools and whatnot all the time, saying that they're constantly getting better. And it's incremental gains at the moment. That's where we are in the music industry. So, if you've got plugins from the last 5-10 years, you're probably going to find that those plugins are still going to be okay for a good few years until something revolutionary comes. That's really going to help your workflow to speed up your creative process. Those things that I would say that are important are a computer, a microphone, an instrument, and an audio interface, or a mic pre as well, depending on how much you want to do yourself.
I can do it.
Okay, so I think that's as important as that stuff kind of gets.
Then what?
Number 3, this is debatably one, it could be swapped with the first one that I said, I think, in terms of importance, which is just have fun. If you are sitting down and you're writing and suddenly you just aren't feeling it.
Yeah, I'm feeling the rage.
Walk away. Yeah, just take a break. Just do what you need to do to just have some fun. Composition and thinking and mixing and stuff, it is really, really good fun. But it's very tiring. It's really, really tiring. So we need to take breaks. We need to make sure that we are treating ourselves with the same respect.
Show some RESPICT.
As we would anything else that we do in life. This at the end of the day is fun, but it's also work. Yeah, so we need to remember that there is a balance here and we need to keep it in check. Okay, so those are my 3 things I think that are good. The 3 things I think that we don't need to focus on are, number 1, gear. So I've got lots of gear around here, and stuff. It's lots of things that I've accumulated over the years, but it's not important, okay? So a lot of this stuff really helps workflow or is intended to inspire. And sometimes we need that, especially when we haven't got any get up and go. Gear isn't important. We can accumulate that. We just need to make sure that we're inspired. And sometimes gear can do that. But also, you might buy a new toy and then for a day or two, you're really excited about it. We get that, that buzz. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, it's gone. We need to be mindful that, the newest VST or whatever is only going to be a short-term fix for that kind of stuff. But what actually does happen is burnout when we just try to, and financial burnout as well, especially in this economic situation that we're in now, where everybody's struggling financially.
Dang.
Do an awful lot with free stuff, and a big shout out as well to Piano Book, because they do a fantastic job in facilitating a huge amount of resources there for all of us, so that we can actually sit down and we can do the best job that we can while still being inspired. You might find some free stuff as well from me on Piano Book in the future. Okay, so number 2 is the mix, or doing everything yourself. A lot of the time what we try to do is we go, okay, we're going to be the composer, we're going to be the producer, we're going to be the arranger, we're going to be the mixing engineer, then we're going to be the producer, and then we're going to be the mastering engineer, and then we're going to be, you know, all of the extra things for like promotion and, you know, uploading and creating artwork and stuff. It's just so much.
This is too much.
So if you can build a little team, helps alleviate some of those things. You don't necessarily have to pay for these things, you know, like now I always suggest that you do if you need support with learning. That is a different issue, isn't it? But in terms of you creating work, collaborate.
Hey buddy, let's be friends and high five and stuff.
On the road is a really good mixer and you're a good composer and he's not a very good composer, then if you collaborate and say, hey, you do the mix, we'll upload it, or so-and-so is really good at marketing, so we'll get them to create the stuff and upload it, and you all take like a 10% share or something, or 20%, 25% share, and just split it evenly between you. You will end up with a better result than if you tried to do everything yourself, at least at the beginning. When you've learned all of these skills and you've learned from each other, you can start to do these things yourself, but it's going to be incremental gains, as we said earlier on. So just be mindful that you don't have to do everything yourself. That isn't an important thing. It's, again, going back to that, having fun, do what you need to do, and then collaborate with other people. Just get stuff out there. The more you do, the better. If your name's on more things, then people are going to notice you more. So from a business perspective, it's also very beneficial. Okay, so long sessions is number 3. This is my last one.
We were on a break!
We touched on this earlier, but I think it's really damaging for composers, for producers, for mixing engineers, not just in terms of ear fatigue, but mental health as well. We need to be getting out of the room and out of, you know, the space where we're at, because it's just soul destroying. It is. And, you know, for me especially, I am very extroverted. I need to be around people, and I know I just need to surround myself with people, or just to say hello to somebody. For me, my dog is a really good friend, person to have, because she motivates me to go out. She, you know, cries when she needs food. She does all these amazing things. She stops to talk to people or to have strokes, initiating conversations. So, you know, for me, that works really well. Find something that helps you in that.
He slimed me. That's great! Actual physical contact!
Okay, so those are my total of 6 things to focus on, things not to focus on. I hope this has been really useful for you. And if it has, please give me a like, maybe give me a share. It'd be fantastic anyway, either way, to to have you around. You know, check out the Discord as well, and the website will be down in the description if you want to have a look at all the goodies that I sell, which really helps me. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.